Good morning. Good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade. And let's get started. So it's already 7 o'clock. Got on here a little late, so let's see if anything's moving. JELS is bouncing a little bit here. Good morning, Alexandru. Heard y'all talking about Beam some. I haven't really pulled it up much to see. BEM. Oh, we're at, it keeps wicking above the 200. But struggling holding, it looks like. FAMI's pumping. FAMI. $1.3 million float though. Going to the 200. So I might play it here. It is tiny float though, so I'm gonna trade it small if I do get in. Planet's Chinese. I might watch it for a second. I'm not in it just yet, but I'm tempted. Okay, I got a little starter now. But like I said, small size is Chinese and small float. So this starts holding over the 200. I'm gonna just get out. All right, what else is moving? I set a stop at like 174 or something, but I'm just gonna try to ignore it and see if it drops. So GELS, I'll keep an eye on it, but I wanted to look at these other plays real quick. Let's see, what was the other one? Yeah, it says FDA regulation, but it's a FDA food facility registration. So, I mean, so I just stopped out of what I was in, I think. Yeah, dang it, now it fell back below it though. But it's, I don't, I'm gonna probably leave it alone since it's Chinese and 1 million float. But I was only in 500, well, I was in 1,000 shares and I took a quick profit on 500. I got stopped out of the other 500, but let me see what the daily looks like. See if I want to get back in it or not. As of now, I do not. I mean, there's some levels right here, but again, with it being Chinese and low float, I'm probably just going to ignore now. It gets up to maybe like $2. And the only other thing I played today was GELS, so I held it overnight. I had a feeling it would gap down like this. Late last night, or around 7:30. I saw that was struggling under VWAP and the double stack 200, so I took me a overnight swing on it. It actually paid off pretty well, 140 to 120, and I usually don't do that too much, but that's the only thing I played today besides this FAMI. But I'm tempted to get back in it, but again, there's a lot of red flags with this one, and they put FDA news headline like it was a, I don't know, like a drug or something. There it goes. I'm probably gonna miss it now. Yeah, I had my stop a little too tight. Didn't let it play enough. But with a 1 million float Chinese ticker, that's how I'm gonna trade those. I can't let them play too much. What are those red lines on your daily chart? Oh, the pink ones? Those are monthly pivots. Nice little flush. Jumped out too quick. And we all know that a lot of times they got to play around the 200. Even if they fail, they'll like bust above it, then fall down. But again, if I'm going to choose to short 1 million float Chinese tickers, I'm going to have a very tight stop on them. So, and I don't even really know if I maybe lost a little bit on it, but like I said, I got a pretty good entry. Got it at 170. Just after it dropped 5 cents, I took a little bit of profit, and then I'd stopped out at the last 500. So, nice little flush. Didn't let it play enough. This wick right here got me. Oh, it showed 5.4 million float. Mine, so Trade Ideas says 1.3 and AskEdgar said 1.3. So I'm gonna roll with 1.3. Nice little flush though. I think I missed it. What are these other ones doing now that we were talking about? Dang, nice little flush. Double-edged sword because on the long run it's the best thing to do. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not mad about stopping out of this one. I hate to hit it, but if I play these, I gotta have really, um, I gotta be really disciplined. Because we haven't seen it a lot lately, but in very hot pre-markets, these, 1 million float can go from like 170 to 270 in one candle. So, but nice little flush. Who called it? CJ, are you on? I bet you called it. Oh, I see you. You already commented. There's a 100% chance that CJ called this. Of course he did. Money bag. Let's go. Makes me feel better. Good, good, good. All right, what else should we look at? Beam, did it end up dropping some? Was that the one we were talking about? BEEM? It did. Yeah, struggling under the 200s. 200s winning today. FAMI rejected. GELS, that's why I took the overnight swing. Rejected off the 200. Now uh, Beam and FAMI. JTAI. Yeah, I'm not really interested in it right here. I want to see it up a little bit more. And it's just kind of in this weird area. And what I mean by that is I just don't like messy looking charts like this. So if it was to push back up to like 57, 58, I might consider it. But what I'd really like to see is just a strong push to like 65 or 70, and then I'd be interested, like one candle. But I'll keep an eye on JTI, but I don't like how it's getting lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. But I do like that it can't break above the after hours high, but not super in love with this ticker. NRXP. Ooh, it is getting a little bit of volume now. Let's see. See if we get up to the 200s. I'll play it there. NXRP. Let me look, understand what's going on with this one. Oh, NRXP. 22 million float. I like it. 63 million market cap. Overall high offering risk. Announces 70,000 patient data on real world use of ketamine. Submitted to the FDA. Yeah, I'm about to play it.
NRXP.
I want to see it push a tad bit more. Tempted to get in right here, but see if it fails 250. But I'm gonna try to sit on my hands, be patient. If I miss it, I miss it. Just don't want to get in too early. I'll start getting in at 254 though. I know that's still pretty early. Oh, you got in at 255, Alex? Nice. I took a little stab at 249, like, and probably will regret that. But only 500 shares. Then I have 500 more shares at 254. And then I'm gonna have probably a couple thousand between 260 to 270. Mike, I'll answer your question because I want to dig. I'll dig a little bit more into your question, but uh, Ben, which 200s are you following? So I'm on the 5 minutes. So that's what these blue and yellow lines are for the 5 minutes, but these dotted lines are the daily 200. So the blue one is the EMA, the yellow one is the SMA. I like them both. I prefer the SMA, but EMA is, I mean, it works too because a lot of people use it. So. Yeah, Mike, whenever we get when I get a second, when I'm not actively in one that's pumping, we'll go over that play. I think it was AMHA or something. Yeah, because it did end up ripping, and the show got it along. I was talking about it the whole live stream about taking along on that one. I'll look up what the ticker was. I can't remember, but we'll look at it in just a second. We'll look at FAMI. So these first pumps at 7 o'clock and a 200, nasty fade. Can't believe I stopped out, but I did. Well, I mean, I'm glad I took my little small position at 249, but I was hoping it would keep pumping because I was going to slam it up here, a couple thousand shares. Because the reason why I would do that with this one is because the float is 22 million. I'm not too concerned about it just like running against me with a $22 million float. A lot of times they don't flush as cleanly when the float is up there like that, but in this market that I've kind of been filling out, kind of confused this past week. It's been a kind of a weird market. Um, I'd rather see a little bit bigger float than a little bit smaller float. So I'm already got out at 240, and I'm probably going to I didn't make hardly anything on that. Just 249 to 240, small share count, but I think it could pump back up here. So on a reload if it pushes back up. So back in 249. Then my next 500 entry is 254. And then I have 1,000 waiting at 262. Then I have 1,000 waiting at 269. Well, actually, I don't have the 2,000 at 269 yet because I didn't want to get locates yet, just in case it doesn't get up there. So, but that's the plan. If it pushes, I'm gonna add another 1,000 at 269. So my 254 just got filled, so I'm in 1,000 shares now. And again, I get in these a little early, and that's how I trade. I'm probably not going to change that because I want to make sure I get my fills sometimes, especially on tickers like this. I'm not too scared of. The only thing I don't like is that it's biotech and they're hot right now. But with the size float, I'm not too terribly concerned. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe refresh your TradeZero. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say, bro. That's weird. I don't know. I haven't gotten that message before. So we're breaking highs. And it's still good. I mean, I'm down 65 bucks in it, nothing crazy, but still feeling good about it. I want it to pump. So if it gets to NRXP, I got 1,000 shares waiting up there, and I'll locate 1,000 more, and I might go ahead and locate those. Yeah, that's weird, man. Don't know. Went ahead and got those other locates, and I'm gonna throw it up there at 269. Oh, that's a good call. Did you type in the right ticker? I know you're probably like, of course I did, but sometimes I mess that up too. Oh, and my 259 got filled. I didn't realize that. So it wicked up here to 259 and I got filled. So I'm going to trim down here at 251, just get my size back to where I want it. It's so funny. I trade so small in pre-market. Then some of my Discord members see me with 30, 40K positions and during the day, but it's how I trade. But yeah, since this one's still pumping though, I don't like to be in too big of a position. So I trimmed 500 at 250 or 251. So I'm backing only 1,000 because I think it's gonna keep pushing. Yeah, like I was saying, my biggest concern with this one is just that biotechs or these pharmaceutical type companies have been a little hot, but the float, good thing about the float being a decent size is I'm not too concerned with it running against me hard. So let's see what it does. The only thing is with the float, it's also not gonna, probably pull a FAMI type of flush since it's a decent size. It'll probably be a little bit of a slower flush, but all good. Back in 1,500 shares. I went ahead and added those 500 back at 262. Cover at price. NRXP. Yeah, my average is 255 now. So when I covered at 251, maybe made a cent on it, but basically break even. Again, I was doing that more for getting my size where I wanted it, less for taking profit. Because again, we are still in the middle of an active pump. All the candles are green. So I do believe in these 200 levels, but it is a, a strong pump. It's only up 21%, but that's not what I mean by strong pump. I mean that it's like basically breaking new highs every 5-minute candle. So I like the play, but I don't want to be too heavy in it right now on the front side. NRXP. Okay, and then I think I got one of my other fills. So this is why, again, I was kind of got my size back down because it's still pumping a little bit. So my next entry is 269, and then that'll be my last one, and then I'll just manage the position. Yeah, if it gets back to VWAP, I'm gonna get out of some, even before 245. And then I'll probably let me dig into this news too, because the news was kind of weird on it. Like how many patients? It was like an absurd amount of patients too. 70,000 patient data. It's pretty significant. No FDA approval yet. Company is applying for accelerated approval. Primary evidence submitted is real world data rather than trial results. So less likely to get approved unless it's a trial. But most people don't know that. So it might keep pumping. But let's see. If it starts holding over 270, I'm going to trim out of my size some. I haven't even looked at the daily on this thing. So it's pumped to like 276 recently. So maybe if it starts holding above that, I'll consider stopping out or trimming out of some of my size or something. But my last 1,000 shares at 269 got filled. So I'd like to see it fail here. Not guaranteed, but that's what I want to see. My average is 261 now, so pretty good average. If we get back to it, I might get uh, a share count down a little bit smaller. Are you looking to get out on the flush? Yeah. As soon as it flushes, even back to 255, I'm gonna trim a decent size, and then I might get out of all of it since it's holding its gain so well. So I trimmed some at 261, got my size down. I'm gonna cover some right here, 258, got out some there. Little small wins, but I was up to 3,000 shares, so needed to get my share size down a little bit. But now I'm in a more manageable size, so I'm chilling. Shouldn't have got in so early though, because if I would have waited till like 269 or something, I would have be much more in the profit right now. But trimmed a little 258 there, and then now I'm only in 1,500 shares, so I might hold these and see what these do. And I trimmed another 500 at 256. When it tagged 256, I forgot I had an order waiting there for a small share size. So I'm back in only 1,000. Small win, nothing to brag about, but maybe we'll get a little flush. Good morning, Ian. Again, the reason why I was trimming here in the 250, there we go. Now I'm definitely trimming. And I'm out. I'm done with this play. Because again, it's got a decent sized float on it, so I don't know how strongly it's going to drop. So I'm out. I got out of the rest of my positions in the 240s. Oh, AZI got some attention. Is that what happened? Let's go. I'll take it. But yeah, I'm out of it. Again, I ended up doing decent because I had I got up to 3,000 shares, but didn't catch any like big move on it. But the last 240s for my 1,000 shares, it worked out. So let's see what AZI is doing. We got some money rotation. It just tapped the level I drew previously. I don't know what it is though. Let's see. Oh, it's this. So there's some previous support turn resistance on the chart. Let me look up AZI. This is probably a good spot to get in, but I don't know much about this one, so let's see. Grabbing some locates though. Wonder if I should have just slammed in our XP more. Yep, it's still dropping. Dang. Getting distracted by the shiny new ticker. So I'm in it, but I got in it pretty small just because I don't know a lot about this ticker yet. So let me do some research. AZI. 2 million float. Oof. I might just cover these shares. I don't know if I'll feel like fighting a $2 million float. 2 million float. Yeah, I'm gonna just cover basically where I got in. I'm gonna let it run some first before I start playing it. And it's Chinese, yeah. Wait. What they do? Regain NASDAQ compliance? Oh, that's weak news though. That is weak news, but I'm gonna let it run some first. Still struggling here, but again, I'm Chinese plus 2 million. I'm gonna be a little cautious right now. See what the 1 minute looks like. And I missed it, but that's okay because it's a Chinese low float. So even though both of these have flushed like absolutely gorgeous today, I did the same thing with both of them. Got in kind of quick, stopped out super quick. Nice little flush, so I hope some of y'all caught that. Oh, ACI has 98% insider ownership too. Ooh, yeah. No, I'm just gonna have to not play those. If I miss it, I miss it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, 98% insider ownership. Yeah, that's wild. Whatever happened to NRXP, kind of hanging out in the same area. All right, Mike, are you still on? I'll cover why. Well, I gotta remember what ticker that was first, and then I'll pull it up. Let me know if y'all see anything else since it's 7:30. I'm not seeing any new PRs though, so maybe not. It was AHMA is the one you were talking about. And again, I'm gonna ignore this one. There's too many red flags. Like in a soft market like we've been in, I would play this one, but right now there's just too many red flags, and I'm still kind of filling out the market. It's kind of been a weird week for me. Green on the week, but it's been a roller coaster. I feel like I should be green because intraday's been a little rough. But AHMA, Mike, this is the one you were asking about. So right here, I decided not to get in it. Um, and then I was like, I should take a long right here. I should take a long right here. And then it ended up ripping. The reason why I decided to not short it and potentially take a long is mostly because of the market cap. And I like this type of price action. See how it does this? Like, I like it for longs, but hate it for shorts. So this like breaking new highs, push up on VWAP, breaking new highs, push up, breaking new highs, then it like just pushes. It's a very repeatable pattern. So when it starts doing stuff like that, I do not like it from a short side. And it had a small float. And there was one other thing that I liked about it. I'm trying to think of what it is, but it was mostly just price action, I think. The way it was trading, price action, holding its gains consistently, like moving up like that. And I guess you just kind of learn to fill these out over time. But I wish I had a better answer, but it had a small float and the pattern was just like breaking new highs and pushing. So, and there weren't distractions that were stealing attention from it. Remember, every time something else would pump, it wouldn't distract it and it would keep pushing. So I think those were the main signs. But again, it kind of goes back to like it's hard to speak to it sometimes. Why I don't get in some of these tickers and why I do. Because now, like looking back at it, it's hard for me to really give you a good answer because it's 3.96 float. That's not that tiny. I've shorted two tickers less float than that today. So I wish I had a better answer for you. Thought I would, but um, I thought the float was much smaller yesterday, though. I feel like it's been updated. If NRXP gets back up to the 200s, I'll be interested. Yeah, no problem, Mike. I don't know if you got anything out of that, but um, mostly just the price action, I think. AZI still dancing around this level. Yeah, I'm not messing with it. Now that it's breaking new highs, see, it's probably gonna keep pushing. Um, does it steal more attention away from NRXP? I wish this was up a little bit more. I'd slam it right here, but it's only up. Um, yeah, it's not even up here at the top of my list, top gainers. Yeah, no, it's only up 15%, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But if it pushes back to the 200s, I'm interested. But yeah, AZI, if again, not financial advice, but if you're in this thing, there's probably going to be opportunities where it does candles like this one, where it flushes down hard, but there's also going to be candles like this last 5 minute candle where it pushes up really hard. So I just don't want to be in a ticker like that right now. This week has been a lot of filling the market out because my strategy, it's still working, but it's just been a little more sporadic and we're seeing more recoveries and stronger moves. So I'm a little bit not so much in pre-market, mostly intraday, but and then yesterday not so much. So I don't know. Thursday was hot last week intraday, very hot. Then Friday was slower, and then Monday it heated up again, and then yesterday I felt like intraday wasn't too bad besides EVTV and ATON, which ended up taking a massive dump yesterday. And I'm kind of beating myself up with ATON too because I was in it whenever it tested these highs right here, and I got out at 3. I literally got out at 3. What? Well, no, half at 3 and half at 280, and then it drops to $1. So I don't even want to look at this chart right now. But at least I caught a little bit of the move. But man, I did not play that one well. You were right. It's strange. Burrito. What's plus 500? That's about 16, 15% odds, something like that. So that's fair. Exactly 16%. A little bit. I used to. I'll have to tell y'all a story one day about that. Maybe not today. Well, quickly, y'all know I had most of y'all know I had that, pretty significant brain injury. So I didn't work for over a year after that. So my wife was in school, so I ended up, that's how I got by, literally with sports betting. Ended up hitting a 10K trade one day, and that's how we survived for like 6 months. I said trade, but a bet. Anyways, no more. I don't do sports betting anymore, though. You could not have called the offer in ATON. Um, yeah, it's less that I'm trying to. So here's the thing. I'm not mad that I didn't know about the offering. I'm mad because of the conversation I had with myself. I said, bro, set a stop and then don't look at it. If it hits it, it hits it. So I set a stop at like 3:30 or something. I don't know, 3:40 probably. And my point and the goal was to just look away, like set your stop and then just let whatever happens happens. Because basically let the winner keep dropping if it was to drop. And then I decided against it. I was still watching it. So I ended up securing profit. I think that's where I got out at the 9. So I got out at 3 and got out around 280, 270. And then it kept going. But it's all good. I mean, I didn't beat myself up too much, but I've been trying to do that a little bit more. It's just kind of set my stop and then let the winners run at the end of the day if they want to give back like this. But you're right, there's no way to know that it was about to do this. See, sports betting is just fun. Yeah, no, it's just fun. What I would do is I would wait for like NBA game nights where there weren't very many games being played, and then I would cover every lineup. And then I would always win. Like even with the backups and things like that. Would have to put them in the rotation of. So I would take like 100, 200 bets a night, and then just hope a unlikely lineup won. Because if it was a likely lineup that won, even though I won, it wouldn't be enough to cover all the positions I got into it. But one night, uh, a backup, like a sixth, seventh, eighth man hit like a three at the end of the game, and it made that some lineup win. That was basically I was the only one that picked that lineup and got a pretty good pay out of it. And then I survived off that, me and my wife, for like 6 months when we didn't have any money, when I couldn't work. So AZI is still pushing NRXP. I would like to see it get back to the 200. But now the prediction markets and gambling is shoved down our throat now. Like I don't really do it anymore. Like I'll have like a fantasy league with some dudes sometimes, but like very low key. NRXP pushing back up. I don't want to play it at VWAP. Um, so I'm gonna let it push a little bit higher. What did BEEM? I bet it faded, didn't it? BEEM? A little bit. What about JTAI? Still kind of grinding up. Alexandru, what do you think the odds are for this video to hit 40 likes during the live? Yeah, guys, I appreciate the likes and the subscribes. If you've learned anything throughout these live streams, I appreciate it. I haven't taken complete advantage of these plays today, but at least I caught NRXP. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Prize Picks, DraftKings, Underdogs all limit you. Yeah, I don't do it anymore because I do have a little bit of an addictive personality. I know this, so I kind of keep myself away from those because I just don't need another distraction right now. Between my W-2, my like, I'm so slow with my real estate projects. I drag them out, and then I'm paying monthly mortgages on them. So I'm trying to limit my distractions. And I want to grow the Discord and trading and stuff. So if I could do it casually, I would, but I know myself. I like to fully commit. I only bet on my home team, and that's small. That's probably smart. Oh, nice job. You look at you. I see your post and flex your game. Just trading. You already made some money today. Good job. NRXP pushing up a little bit. So if it gets back to, let's say 265, I'll start scaling in. 265 and 270 is my entry. And again, if it doesn't get all the way up there and I miss it, maybe, how about this? 263 small entry, 265 small entry, 269 bigger entry if it gets up there. Yeah, I saw that. Your job's pretty demanding this week. You know why I call you just trading, right? Because that's what your name is in the Discord, but I don't want to like mess up your name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Nedim. Is that Nedim? Nedim? Nedim. Tell me if that's right. So I got my position set up. 263, 265, and then a bigger one at 269. I'll take it. Let's go. I thought you were gonna be like, you butchered it, bro. You got to only bet on fights and lose pretty consistent. Well, another reason I don't like betting on some of these games is because I don't even watch them the same. Like I don't even enjoy them the same. Like it's weird. Like I'm focused on like the wrong things. Like I'll watch a Baltimore Ravens game. I don't even enjoy the game. I'm just like locked in on Derrick Henry, making sure he gets like, 2 touchdowns. Like don't even enjoy the game. Where do you see float on this stock? Is there any way to look in percent terms? Where do you see the float of this stock? So there's a few places you can check float. It looks like I'm not gonna get a fill. Dang it. This time I didn't get in early, and it looks like it might start heading down. But there is a 9 right here. So again, the only thing I don't love about this one is the float. I like it that it's not gonna run against me, but we're probably not going to get like a super clean fade unless money rotates in like 10 minutes. But yeah, you can check float all over the place. I check it personally at AskEdgar, and if I want a second opinion, I look at FinViz. But my trade ideas, whenever I get an alert, it shows the float as well. Not really sure what you mean by percent though. What did ATI end up doing? Oh my gosh. So again, I this one's a pretty easy to, Mike, if you want to like wonder why I avoided this one. Super high institutional ownership or insider ownership. Super low float. It was under 2 million and it's Chinese. So that's why I avoided this one. And this is a good example of why. Typically, they're a little more dramatic, like instead of a grinder like this, but it's still the point. You mean institutional ownership and free float and percent. So I still a little confused, but FinViz, I would start there because they kind of get a little more granular with the float, the free float, the institutional ownership, things like that. But the main thing I'm looking at is I don't want the institutional or inside ownership to be really north of 30%. Um, and I like for the float to be in hot markets over 3 million. In cold markets, I'll short down to 1 million, but a good rule of thumb if you're new, just be aware the lower the float, the more likely you'll be squeezed. If you short anything under 1 million, just don't be surprised if that thing runs on you. Where do you see institutional ownership on AskEdgar? It's not on AskEdgar, I don't think, or it used to be, but it's not on there anymore. So I'll look at FinViz. That's why I miss it sometimes because it's not on Ask. Because a lot of times y'all remind me like, hey, this has a 98. Because I almost forget to look if Trade Ideas doesn't alert it. So when I get my Trade Idea alert, it tells me that held by insiders, held by institutional. But yeah, you got to look on FinViz, and that's why I miss it sometimes because I don't always check that. So I need to get in a better routine of checking that. And it goes back to why I trade a little bit lighter in pre-markets because I'm making much quicker decisions where intraday, like I'm examining the stocks a lot more, building my case, so I feel more comfortable adding heavy. Where in pre-market, it's just like there's a quick pop, decide quickly if I want to get in or not. And then exactly what I did with AZI, I got in real quick and then I like did a little more research and I was like, no, I don't want to play this, and just got out quick. Oh yeah, and that's the cool thing about AskEdgar. It does have that little built-in AI bot. So we definitely are fading here on NXRP. I didn't get my fill because I was wanting to let it push to about 263 again. So the first time I got in too early and I should have waited. This time I should have got in early and I decided to wait. So that's trading sometimes, but all good. But this is a kind of a good example of why I'll kind of scale in a little bit smaller early just in case it fails. But again, a good strategy is to wait for the stocks to come to your entries. But I will get in a little light sometimes early and then just add heavier at the level I'm more confident at. But I don't blame you for waiting. Just want to be clear. If you're the type that wants to wait for it to get to 269 before you get in it, don't blame you. But I start scaling in a little before the level. Are you mostly shorting? Yeah, I'm a short seller. Easy act, pushing. So 5 minutes till 8 o'clock. We'll get some new PRs here shortly. I was hoping this wouldn't flush before 8. I was thinking about even if it didn't get to that level, might get a little position to see if we get some money rotation since we already saw this candle, the money rotation candle, where AZI started running and then we got a flush. Thought we might get the same this time, but it already flushed, so I won't be playing that. Oops. I'm not going to get into AZI though, thinking on a money rotation because it might just be trying to go to 462, the top of that candle, but again, I don't want to force it. What is the brokerage you were paying? I paid $15 for one too. Ooh, yeah, that's expensive. Mine is commission free, from 7 to 4 o'clock, as long as the ticker is not under $1, something like that. With TradeZero, and over 200 shares, yes, which is I typically do. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I thought that's only for orders adding liquidity. Look at AZI, what a flush. So I guess it was going to 260. Um, yeah, but there's days where I won't pay like any commission. Like I'm usually so maybe that's because I'll set limit orders. I need to dig into it more, but there's some days I don't pay any commission or it's like less than $20 and I trade a lot. And like throughout the day. So I need to look into that more, but there's days that I don't pay anything or it might only be like $5 the entire day or $10, $20. But if I trade tickers under $1, my commissions go way up. So that's just the main thing I got to be aware of with TradeZero. Yeah, I have a link in the description for it. I got like some incentives, some sign up bonuses, but yeah, with my strategy, I'm a scalper more than anything, so I'm in and out a lot. So I have to use a platform that like, regardless if it's commission free or small commissions, or it would just jack up my whole strategy. 8 o'clock is 2 minutes. I think you pay less when you buy in between bid and ask. Got it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm usually slapping asks and bids, and then y'all know, like, I'll set limit orders like I did with NRXP, let it come to me. So I do a little bit of both, but my commissions are never too much, and some days they're zero, which is weird, but they are. I think they're a little bit nicer to the USA customers with commission too. I know a few of y'all said, some of the international ones said that it was a little bit higher. Anyways, 1 minute till 8 o'clock. Got my news pulled up. See if we get some new PRs coming in. Again, not interested in AZI. That was a nice little flush here, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it bounces too. I'm not going to play. Let's go. Plus 300 on the AZI short. Nice job. Does it have to do with PFOF being forbidden in most countries? I don't know why, honestly. Funny. Okay, we're getting a bunch of PRs. PSTV just announced 15 million public offering. Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of PRs, so I'm going to see what AZI does here too. It might bounce for y'all longs. I don't know what it's going to do here, but um, I'm not interested in it. So I'm seeing whatever else is out there right now. RVSN's pumping, but it's not to 50 cents yet, so I'm not interested. Roma. ROMA. Ooh, look, another money rotation on this thing. Jesus Christ, what a candle. It's not even moving. Why did it say that? Jeez, this one got really affected by money rotation. There's not hardly anything moving either. And for the newbies, that means just money flowing from one ticker to the next. You'll see a flush like that often. FEED. Ooh, little pop here. It's pushing. I want to see it push a little bit more though. Let me look it up. It's up about 20% now. FEED. Do a little research on it. Oof, 1 million float. Jeez. Huh. It's a little small for me, guys, so I might pass on this one. But if it pumps all the way up to 355, I'll slam it. But I probably won't get in it until then just because of how small the float is. Haven't taken any trades yet on TradeZero because I can't get my head around the commission. So they are heavy. I'm international. Any other international people want to talk through it? Because I really can't. There's a lot of international people that are having success with it, but I am aware that the fees are a little bit higher for international. So keeping an eye on feed. I'm gonna let it push some. See, it's still breaking new highs. So if it gets up to 355, I'll probably play it, but I might not play it before then. I'm just gonna be honest. 355 is a strong level. It previously wicked down here and bounced, and a recent pop, it popped to 355. So again, that's a pretty strong move. Don't know if it's going to get there for certain. It might fail here at $3 actually, but um, I want to see if it gets up there because that'll be a nice setup if it does. Very tempted here at 3 though. I might try it with a very strict stop above 3. So not risk much, but try to get a bigger reward because of this with this float, I'm in it now. But again, very small just in case it keeps pushing. I have a pretty strict stop on it. If it gets basically to 303, I'm stopping out. There we go. Got a little flush on it. Because again, just a risk versus reward play. So I'm not even gonna cover yet. I want to see if it keeps going down. Wish I was a little heavier though. I only got in 1,000 shares. And it might keep pushing. I'm not declaring victory yet, but um, again, what I meant by risk versus reward, I'm only going to risk like 8, 10 cents maybe to potentially catch a bigger flush. So let's see what happens. Because this does have a small float. So again, not declaring victory just yet, but I do like that it's showing some weakness. And now that we have some stop limit orders in pre-market, it makes this a lot easier to manage. So I might trim a little here that we're in the 270s.
Funny.
Oh, something else is pushing, or is that a fake out? Was that other Chinese one? Yeah, it was just a fake out. Uh-oh, here we go. We're at $3 now. Glad I did trim. It might break 3 here. Yeah, we're breaking. So let's see if we get up to, what was it? 355. So basically break even on that. Well, actually probably a little profitable. I got out half at 378 or something and stopped out at 303. So I'm tempted to add back though. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it push. I'm gonna let it push.
Fummy.
Why does it think that one's pumping? Here we go, guys. We might get to 350. And again, very small float. A lot of warning signs on this one. It could rip. Just want to be clear. That's why I want it to, pick a certain level, or if I enter it, have a pretty strict stop on it. So I have 500 shares at 349, 500 at 352, and then I probably should grab some more locates now before the price goes up, because this is going to be a pricey one. Because it doesn't have very many shares. Yes, the price is already going up it's up to $9 for 500 shares now. What I don't want to happen is it to like fail here in like no man's land. And a lot of times you'll see this like, what is this? Third day, fourth? No, it's one, two. So this is day four technically. A lot of times on day three you'll see these kind of pops, but what I don't want to happen is it to like fail here in no man's land and then I don't catch it. I either want it to push basically I want it to push a little higher because now if it fails here, it's kind of a weird spot. Ooh, what if this is where it was trying to go? And see where it wicked up twice right here? That's exactly where it went to. I wonder if I might end up missing this play.
Fummy.
Damn, I'm gonna end up missing this flush too. SCNX, did it steal attention away, I bet? SCNX. Ooh, okay. SCNX pumping. Oh, and I like this little wick down level. I might try it right here. Yeah, I'm grabbing some locates. All right, I'm in a couple thousand shares for my filler position. There we go. Look, we're dropping a little bit. So the reason I got in real quick is because of this random little wick down right here. I don't know why, but they'll like pop and this like fell here for whatever reason. So, oh, there we go. I only entered a couple thousand shares, unfortunately, but I'm gonna go ahead and trim a little there at 63. And then let me see why this one's even pumping. Whatever happened to feed, FEED. I really want to get in this one too, though. I'm gonna get a little filler on feed too. A little small position because I want to catch this flush when it finally flushes. So I'm in feed. Small, and then I'll add some more at 320 to 325. And then if it starts breaking above that, I'm probably not even gonna stop out. I'll probably just slam it heavier right here up at 355. The SCNX is slowly falling. I'm just going to let my runners run on this one. But I'm drawn to feed more than I should be. So I'm in it. So I'm going to pull up both these so I can watch them. So I got feed up right here. Then I want SCNX right here. Good call, CJ. I caught it at a pretty good level too. Got a decent entry on it. So let's see if we break this 325 level I just added there. Ooh, no more locates available for it though. So I have a couple thousand back up for up here, but something to note, no more. And SCNX is flushing. Let's go. Trimmed a little at between 61 and 62. Feed, go long stock of the day, maybe, but I think it's gonna struggle to get over 355 personally, if it gets up there. But you might be right. Might be right. Launches program to and the news. Let me see what the news. The news didn't feel that strong to me. But like I said, you might be right. Oh, they didn't even have any new news today. Why is this pumping? Hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, biotechs are a hot theme right now. So again, wouldn't be surprised if it keeps pushing. But that's why I'm kind of, being a little cautious with it, not adding too much size yet. Only time I'm gonna add size is up here around 350 to 355. There we go. So I might trim a little here on FEED. I'm not trimmed yet. I want to see if it keeps falling. Okay, now I'm gonna trim some. So I trimmed a little there. But again, I still think there's a chance this one just dies. So let's see. I'm still holding 1,000 shares on it. Here we go. Come on, make just one more stronger leg down. Trimmed 500. There we go. Okay, I'm banking now. There we go. Then SNX pushes up. So I'm still riding out 500. Unfortunately, I've already trimmed out of most. We're in the 270s. I might actually get out. Well, this one's probably gonna give it all back though, since it's a no news pump. So I'm still in 500. I'll see what these do. But easy roller. You still have time to delete that comment. Just troll it, bro. Okay, we're dropping some more. This is what I wanted. This is when the low floats come in handy when on the downside. Oh, so FEED launches OTC reusable syringes. Wow. Is that what that's what this move is from? Junkies everywhere rejoicing. So I might get out here in the 260s. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close. It could keep dropping, but I caught a solid move. I actually probably gonna close SCNX now. Death candle. We're back, guys. We're freaking back. Look at these, beautiful. Both these plays. Oh. Is that T-Mac? Is that because it's trade the pool? Just because you're doing the prop firm or whatever? If y'all caught any of those moves, congrats. It's a requirement. If you catch one of the moves, you got to like the video. So ironic that it's called, would you say it's called FEED while bringing out reusable syringes? Yeah, that is kind of comical. But no, is if Easy Roller, if you're still back, if you're still on it, I don't blame you for thinking this one could push though, because I have my reservations with it. I thought it was pumping on no news, so I thought it was just like, sometimes the third day, even though it's the fourth day, they'll come back and try to retest highs. So a lot of times you'll see a strong move one day, and then the next day you don't see much, and then the third day it'll try to like test 80% of where it popped or 100% of where it popped. So I thought it was that move. Man, I should have left a few more runners, I guess, because this is the one to leave runners on. You know what I mean? So, um, but I caught a decent move on it. So
ROLR.
ROLR. Look at both these plays. Gosh, that's beauty. Oh, this one's pumping hard. Where is this one going? ROLR. 3 million float. Let me pull up the daily. Where's this thing trying to go? Oh, it's trying to go to all-time highs, I think. Where is all-time high on this? Yeah, I'm not rushing to get into this one. I want to get in it, but I want to see where it's headed first. Oh my gosh, we're above all-time highs. Be careful with this one, guys. Be very careful. This one's skipping numbers. I might,
ROLR.
I might take a stab here, but if it breaks a new high, I am out. I haven't even got in it yet. I missed it. It flushed too quick. I would love to say I called that, but I'm I don't like how this one was moving, to be honest. It made me a little nervous. It was just like that last move was ridiculous, but I'm tempted to kind of get in here. But this is a warning sign. I'm gonna skip it. So I'm seeing 3 million float, but when I try to get locates, it was outrageous how expensive they were. So I'm probably gonna I'll take that as a warning sign sometimes. So I'm going to pass on this one. I might be turning down a really solid flush, but again, at this point in my shorting career, I'd rather just not get my face ripped off. It has 75% insider ownership as well. So I'm gonna skip this one. And again, I might miss just a nasty flush here, but I'll live with it. Do we take a long here? Does it bounce? No, it's already got to high. I don't know. I'm just not going to play it. I'm not going to force a trade. I'm over here like, should I go long? I don't like it. I think there's a good chance it could flush, but again, with the locates being high and that strong of a move, I'm probably just going to sit on my hands with this one. Oh, it's tempted to play it up here at 850 though, but I'm gonna pass. It's called high roller, so don't F with it. Kurt said. I want to F with it so bad, but I'm sitting on my hands. I know it's strange. I'm gonna get me a trade the pool account at some point, like Ross does with his little account challenges. I'll probably do a TTP because I would try to nail this one if I had trade the pool account. Oh, here we go. Here's a flush. Oh my gosh. Ross is up 60K on ROLR. Nice. Well, I now know why it went up. Like it did. Feed, complete round trip. And again, so this is what's hard to explain too, because like I'm gonna trade these, even though this was a million float. It is what it is, but that doesn't mean you should. So, because this is why I like these smaller floats. Like, yeah, they can, kill you on the way up, but you also catch moves like this. But if you're new, again, these small floats you got to be careful with. You got to be super careful with. But the reason why I play them is because they usually give back just as quick. Man, what a recovery. I think this one could keep pushing, guys, personally. So I'm not messing with it. Boom, there it is. It just broke 10. And again, Mike, if you're on, the reason why I avoided this one was because that move was so aggressive, high insider ownership, 75%, and the locates are often a warning sign. If I try to get locates early on and they're already expensive, that's y'all know that's the first thing I do. Grab some locates. If and I consider myself pretty quick to grab locates. Um, if they're already very elevated, that's a warning sign for me. Yeah, and Finviz is showing 2 million float on this one. What is the news on? I haven't even checked it because I saw other things that scared me away from it. What is the news? Good question. High Roller Technology partners with Crypto.com to enter the rapidly growing prediction market space. That's actually a very relevant PR. I might would have taken along if I would have read that. Uh, Crypto.com, I mean, that's pretty significant. Is it a definite agreement? Let me see. Oh, it's a binding letter of intent. So that's like, I don't know if this one will fall through since it has like a legit company like crypto.com, but most of these binding LOIs are BS. And not saying that's what this one's doing because crypto.com is legit, but a lot of times these sketchy companies will release PRs with quote unquote, letter of intent, and they never have any intent of proceeding with it's just a way to get stocks to pump. But this one might be legit. I don't know. But partnership remains conditional on execution of definite agreement. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not interested in long or short, but I would not be surprised if it flushes. I would not be surprised if it rips. So when I feel this way, I just don't trade it. It feels more gambling at that point. But if I had to guess, I think it keeps pushing. But 8:30, there might be a PR that brings attention away from it. But uh, let's see, 160% gain. I'm over here saying we're back short selling. I mean, longs, if y'all caught that one, y'all did very well as well. So you said it's popped the last few days? I'm not seeing much, but maybe little pops. But this is next level. This $10 psychological level could be a potential short, but again, I would love to catch a big play like this and catch a massive flush but there's just this one makes me a little nervous, but this $10 level could play it. The risk versus reward is there on this one because I could get in at $10, stop out at new highs. And so only risk about 50, 60 cents. But if I'm right, catch like $5 move, $4 move, $3 move. Because when this one cracks and breaks, it probably could keep going down. But see, this is why I'm not playing it. Like I said, I think this one's going to keep running. It's just too many red flags on it for me. But 8:30 is 1 minute away. Again, not interested in it. Beast. What a beast. Again, like I said, it is a just a letter of intent, but I mean, I still think it's pretty solid news, even if it's not binding. Oh, it actually says a binding letter of intent, because sometimes they'll say a non-binding. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Yeah, I'm watching it. But anyways, 8:30 news should be coming out now. Um, let's see if we get any new plays. Yeah, Ross is probably part owner in this thing with his size. Majority share investor now. It's not only that, it's the fact that one blue sky is no resistance. Yep, I agree. Multiple short squeezes this week already. Yeah, for the most part. There's been a couple, and hot cycles for longs back. Yeah, I agree with that. But this is still nothing compared to like spring and summer. But we're definitely seeing some squeezes, though. I agree. I agree with what you said, PR. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm, not jumping in everything anymore, sizing down a little bit because things are heating up a little bit for sure. DEVS pump right here. AZI finally gave it back. See, money rotation, I bet like once ROLR started taking off, people forgot about that one. Let's see, DEVS. So you can see there's clearly some resistance in this little like area right here where it's kind of based bottomed out, but let's see where it goes. Oh, this is actually a decent level, guys. 175. I might try it here. It's already fallen now, though. I wish I would have saw that earlier. I was lollygagging around. 175 is probably a decent entry. I'm not gonna chase, but if it gets back up there, I might consider it entry. Let me see what the news is. DevStream and Firefly execute investment agreement and advance plans for, I don't even know how to say that. Firefly DevStream investment platform. What is this? I don't even know what any of this means.
ROLR.
Oh my gosh, it's still pumping, guys. Look at this. Stay away if you're short. Stay away. Yeah, 175 was the level there. I missed it. I have an order waiting at 174, but it will not get hit. Nice flush. Good call, T-Mac. I was short. I was short. I am short. Seller, but I meant I was slow. Oh, it went all the way to 20 bucks, guys. Oh my God. I wish I would have took that long like we were discussing. I'm not gonna give myself credit for calling this one though, because I wasn't sure at $10. I thought it might fail or keep pumping, but once I read the news, I do think that news is pretty decent since it's crypto.com. I mean, that's a legit, it's not some like sketchy, you know what I mean, random company that none of us has ever heard of. Like crypto.com has like NFL stadiums, and I think they're the second biggest to only Coinbase. Could be wrong, but in the States, I think, but it's like one of the top two or three. Let's go, Denny Burns. Good job. Okay, an XAIR second day short. I don't do a lot of, again, I don't do a lot of the second day shorts, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I mean, that pop would have been a good entry. I do them occasionally, but again, it's not my go-to. But yeah, a lot of times they do give it all back. That's for sure. What's up with this candle right here? 165 to 210, and then the next one went to 220. But yeah, there's a good chance this keeps fading, yes. But I'm not super interested in it. But if it does, pop, like even this 220 level, if it makes moves like that, might be worth the entry. But I'm not too interested in it. Well, I didn't have that great of a session. Did decent though. Caught a few plays. And again, I've been sitting on my hands a little bit more, which is probably a good thing, not jumping in every trade. Uh, and I'm glad I did not jump in ROLR. Jesus. But I might wrap up here soon. And if any of y'all are interested, we trade all throughout the day as well. So if any of y'all are interested in joining the Discord, I pinned it to the top comment. I'm gonna hang out for a couple more minutes and watch ROLR and see if anything else shows up. But as of right now, I'm not really seeing much. Hate I missed DEVS at that level, but all good. And I'm gonna do a after hours session today too. I blocked out my calendar today for 4 o'clock. I did yesterday as well, but um, somebody still threw a call on it, so I couldn't do after hours. But today I'm gonna do a little after hours session. Try to be more active during the day. My calendar is not too crazy today. Oh, look at DVS, another flush. Man. One more like and we get to 40. Yeah, I was doing after hours live sessions a couple times a week, but I kind of fell off a little bit through the holidays and this past week. But I want to get back doing after hours sessions, especially as things heat up, because you'll see these money rotation plays happen a lot in after hours. So y'all know I don't hide anything behind a paywall, but the money rotation on the early pops after hours are pretty solid plays. And what I mean by that is the first pops at like 405, those are the ones that I'm usually the most interested in because as more tickers pop, 410, 415, 430, you get kind of the what was it, the AZI effect where like it pops and runs, but then once things get attention stolen from it, this usually happens. But if sometimes when you trade some of the late pops in the day, there's nothing else to steal its attention. So sometimes they'll keep running. And the last few days, we've had some pretty strong PR pops. This one was actually pretty early and it kept running. So, and I did hold this one overnight. I didn't even trade after hours yesterday, but right before close, I took a position as it was stuck under the 200 in VWAP. If y'all know me, I love sacking resistance. So I took a little overnight swing. I rarely do that, but made a little money on it. But the point is, I might do an after hour session, or I will do an after hour session today. I'll go ahead and put it on the Discord calendar. But on that note, guys, I appreciate y'all and hopefully y'all made some money and hope none of y'all got caught in ROLR. That was a scary one. So on that note, guys, I will see y'all later.